Like I said earlier, it's a pretty short lesson, so shouldn't be anything too crazy for us. And it's the last notes that we're going to do. So, I mean, there's two parts of it, but this is the last section that we're going to cover. And then we have 2 activity labs, which are you just figuring some things out. Don't worry, we'll do those together as well. And then you have your final. I know, crazy, right? Like we're finally here. Dang it. All right, you guys ready? Cool. Our first key concept is just some review, so you may not need to write this down, but you probably do want to pull up, oh, you don't need the calculator actually. I don't think there's anything for you to calculate this time. So we're using our variation, but in this case, we're going to be using the standard deviation and the mean. And we talked before about whether things fall within 1 standard deviation, within 2, within 3, and so on. This is using a normal distribution, which is like a really nice bell-shaped curve. And we'll be looking at how those data fall within the number of standard deviations. Cool? Great. So here we have this graph. I'm going to give you some time because you probably should copy down the graph. So I'll give you some time to do that. The graph is important. And then we will talk about the question. I'm actually going to go and delete the blue and just make it all brown. So thankfully for you guys, the first 3 questions, which are all the questions that we're doing today, are using the same graph, so you shouldn't need to draw another graph after this. But I do want to make the graph look, come on, look correct for the questions. It's one of those days, huh? Every time I say the lesson should be short, my technology doesn't want to work to let it be short. Okay, so I edited the graph just to make it all brown instead of having blue on there, but I didn't change anything else, I promise. Are we ready to go over the question? Yeah? Okay, so given this graph, the numbers at the tops are how many things fall into that category. The 2 on the end are not numbered because they are very clearly at 5, so you could number them with a 5 if you wanted to. But we have a height of 5 for weights between 90 and 99, a height of 23 between 100 and 109, and so on. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Can you see how to read the histogram? So that's how many people fell in that height. So obviously the majority of the people, or the majority of the brown bears had heights or weights between 110 and 119, which is in the middle. Are we cool there? Great. So this bar graph gives all of those heights of this distribution of all of the, I keep saying heights, all of the weights of female brown bears. We want to find the percent of female brown bears that weigh between 100 and 129. So we're going to find 100, which would be right here. And then we're going to find 129, which would be right here. Are we okay with that part? Jade, why do you look confused? No? Okay. So we're finding between 100 and 129. So how many brown bears fall in that area? How would you find it out? 19? What do you think? How many fall in this area? 23, right? 23, 42, and 23. So you're using the heights of those because there's 23 brown bears that have a weight between 100 and 109. There's 42 brown bears that have a weight between 100 and 119. So you're just using the heights of each of those bars. So between 90 and 129, you're going to add together 23 plus 42 plus 23. Are we okay with that part? Which is, let me add really quick on my handy dandy calculator. 23 plus 42 plus 23 is 67. And then we want it to be out of the total. So the total is 5 plus 23 plus 42 plus 23 plus 5, which is 77. So we have 67 out of 77, or 0.8787%. Ask me your
23 plus 23 plus 42 is 88.
Oh, I see that on the calculator. Jade and Alexander both told me. Sorry, my bad. I put on the calculator, I put 2 plus 42 plus 23. I forgot the second 3. That means both of my numbers are wrong. Said 88. So that means this one's 98. Redo. Thanks, Jade. So this should be 88 over 98, which is actually 0.898 or 89.8%. There we go. So whatever it says, if it, we'll do 3 examples. One of them is between, one of them is less, and one of them is more, but you do the same thing. So looking at the actual chart, since this said between 100 and 129, you're adding up all of those bar heights in that area and dividing it by the total. Cool? You ready for the next one? Give me a heart if you're ready for the next one. Fawn, Chrisman, you guys ready? Oh, Chrisman, you ready? Sosa, you ready? All right. So same graph as before, so you shouldn't have to draw it again. Now we're using brown bear weights that are less than 120. So we're gonna find 120, right? We don't wanna use the next bar because those are from 120 to 129. That's too big. And we want everything that is less. Are we okay there? So what am I gonna add together and what is it gonna be the total? What's the smallest bar? From 90 to 99, how many are there? Come on. I'm gonna make this lesson take all day. Thanks, Alexander. There are 5. And then plus 23, because that's the next bar. How many are in the third bar? $28. I meant the okay, I see what you're saying. Plus 42. So 5 plus 23 plus 42. Those are all bears less than 120 pounds. We know our total from earlier was 98. So this gives us 70 out of 98, which is 0.714 or 71.4%. Cool. I'm going to let you guys do the next one on your own. You're going to message me in the chat what your answer is. Are you ready for it? Give me a ta-da when you are ready for example 3. Okay, the question is in the chat. I will leave the screen the way that it is to help you, but the question is approximately what percent of female brown bears weigh more than 109 kilograms? So figure out which bars you're going to be adding up.
Between what and what for the third one?
What?
Which ones do we need to do for the third one?
You're doing what percentage of brown bears are more than 109? Jocelyn, double check your answer. Alexis, double check your answer. Crispin, you're right. Jade, double check your answer. Oh, Alexander, you're right. Daniel, you're right. So really quickly draw on my screen where you're going to do a cutoff on the graph if you want more than 109. So use the annotate tool and draw on my graph where we would cut it off. Great. So Jocelyn drew a line right here because that's where 109 is. So we should be adding up these boxes out of the total because it is more than 109. There we go, Alexis. Waiting on a few more people. So far, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh, my screen froze. Uh-oh. 10 out of 10. You're right. You're right, Chrisman. 100%. Sosa, Juan, waiting on you guys. Give me your responses, Jose. Don't have a response from you guys yet. Jade, that's right. All right, Sosa, I'm helping you out, okay? You too, Juan. This is for both of you. And Jose, in case you're struggling too. So let me clear these annotations really quick. Annotate.
Wait, so I got it right? Correct?
Yeah. Uh-oh. Ah. The annotations won't go away. Clear. All. They won't go away. Can you guys still see the 10 out of 10? I can't make it go away. Jocelyn, can you erase your 10, or Chrisman, can you erase your 10 out of 10?
No, I don't think it lets us edit no more because mine's not letting me annotate.
Oh, hold on. I forgot I turned it off. Thanks. Okay, how about now? Now can you erase it? So if not, I'll just scroll down. But it erased everyone else's, but then for that one, for some reason, it just changed it into like light gray, which is strange.
I could still see all the gray. I don't know if it's just me.
Oh, there we go. I'm not sure why that happened. Anyways, so Juan and Sosa and Jose and Matthew and whoever else didn't answer. So in this graph, this question says that we want the ones that weigh more than 109. So we're finding 109. So this would be where, because this section right here is from 100 to 109. So from 100 to 109. So more than 109 would be all of these numbers. Are you with me on that part? Okay, so you add up these numbers right here, and then this one would be 5. So 42 plus 23 plus 5 out of the total, which is all of them. So 5 plus 23 plus 42 plus 23 plus 5. And you do all that fancy stuff on a calculator, and I think it comes out to, I forgot what it came out to, 70 over 98. And if you do 70 divided by 98 on a calculator, it's 0.714.
9 over 98.
What?
I got 69 over 98.
I got 70. Well, it kind of depends if you put the last number as 4 or 5. Yeah, because it should be the same numbers. Alexander said that part too. It should be the same numbers as the last example. because we did 5 plus 23. But your answer was close enough, so it was fine. And that's how we get it into a percent. So you find however many fall in that category out of the total, and then you divide it on a calculator and it'll be the percent. All right, if you have done STAR math, which I'm going to read those names in just a second,